One of the best decisions, but transparently one of the hardest decisions that I had to make was going from selling to broke people in the general public to selling to more rich and high net worth clients. And what I want to share with you in this video is what it actually looked like to transition and make that pivot from selling final expense in smaller $100, $150 a month policies to now selling $1,000, $1,500, even $3,000 or $5,000 a month policies. So what I want to share with you is just my lessons that I took personally from making this transition. And as you start considering and actually making this pivot right now, what it'll look like for you to do this as well, so you can just shortcut all the learning curves. So let's just jump right in. So number one is actually the approach on selling these types of people, because at the end of the day, they still had pain. They still had something that they were trying to solve or something that would actually keep them up at night. It wasn't like trying to cover a burial policy, and if something were to happen, their family's having to come out of that, and more of that emotional type of sale. It's not as much about that. It's more so building a high level strategy for these people and having them buy into that specifically, and not trying to hard close them into a policy, but more so like helping them actually understand and realize and educating them a lot of what this product can do to be able to help them achieve the outcomes that they're ultimately looking for. And it's a very similar thing, right? The sales, and the reason why we sell something is to be able to solve a specific problem. But these are more high level things. It's not like, hey, if something were to happen today, it's not like an immediate thing necessarily, but there's pain that you have to lean into and you leverage. And so one of the best pieces of advice that I personally got that has helped me sell well over 7 figures, high ticket services, but then also life insurance, and then also helped me train an agency to do $350,000 per month last year, was the small hinges swing big doors. And so what I mean by this is figuring out exactly what the pain point is with specificity, that you want to have them actually name that for you. And so you can use that in the sales process. And so it's asking higher quality questions to figure out like what's the actual emotional pain within this person, what's actually driving them to want to make a decision to buy an IUL. Because if you can really lean into that and leverage that, that's where these people are going to make their decisions, is those pain in the numbers. And yeah, it's not going to be immediate, but hey, if 30 years from now and you never take care of something like this and you get to that retirement spot, what would that actually look like for you and your family? Do you feel like now is the time for you to draw that line in the sand and actually commit to making this a priority for you now? And so actually a lot of it's like there's Jeremy Miners out there, but also having a straightforward conversation and understanding product very well. And so essentially the approach of taking it is not just calling and trying to close them right on the spot. Even though I know a lot of IUL and advanced market producers that really just try to one call close, I really took the approach of trying to get them doing a proper discovery call, framing myself as the expert, giving them resources and material before that call, but then also before our next call, so that when we do that and we get on Zoom, that I'm presentable, that I'm actually able to help them with a high level strategy. When they decide to buy the policy, they're deciding to buy way more, they trust me more, and the persistency is just a lot better. And that actually leads me to number 2, is you have to lean on product a lot more. The better you are at sales, the more deals you're going to close for sure. But this sale more leans into the product that you're actually selling, because the people that I was selling to are coming in specifically to buy IULs or buy an annuity for their situation and be able to solve those specific pain points. So they're very product aware on that spectrum. I didn't have to educate them a ton. They came in pretty well warmed because a lot of the marketing side. And by the way, if you want help generating high net worth clients that have at least $250,000 of assets, or specifically say they can put at least $1,000 a month into an IUL, click the first link in the description. But essentially, like with the marketing side specifically, having these people come in knowing exactly what they're trying to buy, or at least like have some level of a goal. So now it's just on me to be able to help educate them why one company would be better than another. And it's not like telling them and trying to sell them why an annuity would be good, but more so like I would have these objections of other agents, of them talking to other agents because they were so in the market. They just wanted to make sure that they were able to find the best product. And so what I had to do was really go deep into the product side of like, what are the other alternatives? And so this is one of the best pieces of advice that I can give when you're transitioning from selling final expense or term to these higher net worth clients and selling these deals is figure out like, what are you actually competing against? Why would somebody buy an annuity as opposed to putting it in CDs, as opposed to putting it in bonds, as opposed to keeping it with their financial advisor, or as opposed to just taking it out themselves and putting into a brokerage account? What are the pros and cons of all this? And so what I did immediately was just study the heck out of what other alternatives are there and how can I better equip myself so that I can speak to those things, because it actually builds your credibility the more that you can speak to a bond or speak to the stock market and putting their money into that, and the pros and cons of both of them, and being an educator in that way. And so there's a level of framing, there's a level of professionalism that's involved. And there's a reason why it's called advanced markets, because brand new agents should not be starting. And there's a reason why final expense took off like crazy, because you can take a 18-year-old that just dropped out of high school, or that just dropped out of college, or decided not to go to college and just came out of high school, that never has sold anything ever in his life. And the very first day, he can close a sale on an aged lead. The reason why is because it's such an easy product to sell. The problem is, though, long term, that the persistency is just something that is very, very challenging, no matter how good at sales that you actually are. And so pivoting into selling these high net worth clients, you got to know a lot more about the product as opposed to just being a really good salesperson. Because you could be a really good salesperson, but like somebody who has like one of the guys that came in, he had $4 million he was playing with. And so he was trying to figure out what to do with about 2 to 3 of it. And just because you're a good salesperson doesn't mean you could be able to close that. He knows, he's well aware, he's smart of what he would actually want and doesn't want. And he's 79, so he's lived life. So long story short, I think it's important to really understand what else is out there, and so that you can speak to that at a higher level. And that actually leads me to point number 3, is showing up presentable. Like, I would not show up in a shirt like this. I'm showing up with a collar on every single call, so that when I talk to clients, even though I look young, I'm able to speak with specificity in their situation to be able to help guide them. And it's more so, instead of just being a salesperson, it's more so being a financial strategist to help them with their goals and what they're looking to accomplish. And so, yeah, I don't have a series license, so I can't give them investment advice. And I don't use this as like, hey, it's an investment vehicle. It's more so a way to leverage your money to work for you while you're trying to set up other plays, and then also set up a nice tax-free retirement stream. And so being able to educate the client in your financial strategy and what they're looking to accomplish really helped throughout the whole sales process. Number 4 is, as I made this transition from selling these smaller policies to selling higher net worth clients, is marketing to them differently. And so what I mean by that is not competing on price necessarily when you're talking about these things, because they don't care about that. They don't care about what $100 or $300 a month can do for them. They care about what $1,000 a month or $1,500 or $2,000 or $5,000 or even $10,000 per month is going to do for their situation. And so the way that you market to these people is not the same way that you would market towards a final expense person. With final expense, it's a commodity. You're trying to sell the cheapest thing, but if you're selling the cheapest, you're going to sell a minimum funded policy that's actually not going to do them any good. And so they want the best. They don't care about the cheapest, because that's irrelevant. Yes, they want the lowest fees and they want the best product, but that's all they care about. And so if you have to frame yourself as the best, as the expert that has the knowledge and experience and the expertise to be able to help give them what they're looking for. And so the way, it was completely different on how we decided to market them. We went heavily from lead forms and final expense to landing pages and booked appointments and scheduled calls. And the show rate on these people are 90%, because they actually value their time and we're educating them up front. But with a final expense person, they don't need a lot of education up front. That's why you can one call close. And that's why telesales is huge right now, because you can one call close and within 45 to 70 minutes, 80 minutes, 90 minutes, that you can allow them and give them enough education so that they can make a decision. But somebody that's buying an IUL, putting $3,000 a month into it, yes, they may do a lot of education and due diligence up front, but they're not going to make that decision in 30 minutes that like, hey, for the next 30 years, I'm going to commit to this, because that's a lot of money. That's like 36,000 times 30. That's like a huge figure that you're not going to just do that in one call, and actually pushes them away. And so what I did was, and I learned from a $40 million annuity producer, is he would actually push them away a little bit and say, and do actually something very different than what you wouldn't do with final expense, that you wouldn't do with final expense. And like, it's frowned upon. And if you go through my past videos, it's like always a one call close, but he would actually push them away and say, hey, I got to shop about 57 different carriers. It's going to take almost a week. So what's your schedule look like next week? And we can kind of revisit this. I'll send a proposal, things like that. And that actually leads me to my last point, is sending proposals ahead of time and getting really good at written word via email to be able to explain strategies ahead of time. So it made my sales process a lot easier. And so not just hopping on calls to educate them, and that's what you do, but a lot of it, what I've learned is that they want the information ahead of time before the call so that they can actually make their own decision. And so it's strategically putting content in front of them, whether that's video, whether that's written word, putting it in front of their face, and actually giving them detailed proposals so that when they get on the call, it becomes way easier. I remember a guy, and I met with him. He was like, should I do a whole life or IUL? And so I kind of gave him the pros and cons, because I do both. And so I was like, hey, what are you actually looking for? What are your goals? What are you looking to accomplish? Things like that. And like ideally in 20 years, because I think he was like 46 or 47, in 20 to 30 years, when you do retire, what do you want this to look like? And he already does $1 million a year in his business. He already makes good money. He already is investing. He's maxing out the investment vehicles that he can, but he just wants to leverage this in other different ways for his situation. And so I remember, like, I did a discovery call, maybe 30 to 40 minutes just on the phone, built a good relationship with them, scheduled a call for the next day, and sent a written proposal that was about, I don't know, it was a decent proposal written. And so when we hopped on the call, I was like, hey, were you able to look at that? He's like, yes. I gave him 3 options in the proposal. Like, hey, this is what it looks like to start at $1,500, $2,000, and then I think $3,000 per month. And then when we hopped on the call, I was like, hey, were you able to take a look at that? He said, yes. And I was like, amazing. Which one did you like the most? He's like, well, I had a couple of questions, which was just like, hey, what happens when I start taking the money out? Is it like, what kind of loans am I going to be using? Or just very like basic questions. He's like, okay, great. And what happens if I die? What's the death benefit look like? And I was like, it's this. And he's like, all right, cool. Sounds good. And so within 5 minutes, I was like, which one do you like? He's like, let's just do the $1,500. I'll increase later. And so that's an $18,000 deal just like that. And a lot of it comes again from the education that you're able to provide them up front, the better that you're going to be framed more as the expert. I would highly recommend doing something like this from selling these I have not had a chargeback from selling these products. And a lot of it just comes down to having a really dialed in upfront sales process, and the marketing, just making sure that is absolutely on point, so you're able to stand out from the crowd, and not just running templatized ads, but actually being the authority, building a funnel specifically to frame you as the expert, and to kick out all people who cannot afford the policy. Like, I only talked to people who said they can put at least $500 or more per month into an IUL, or at least had $200,000 of assets for like an annuity. And so disqualifying all the rest of the people, and maybe downselling like a term or a final expense policy, but really focusing and building my pixel around these high net worth people. So if you want help doing that exact funnel and building this out from start to finish, I do everything for you. I handle the ads, the landing page, the VSL scripting, the media buying, the back-end selling systems, the back-end propaganda. I build everything out for you. So all you have to do is just show up with ready to buy clients that actually know, like, and trust. So if you want help with that, first link in the description, schedule a call with me, chat further of what it actually looks like for me to install this into your business. So if you want my help actually doing this from start to finish and getting high net worth, high quality appointments. Schedule with the first link in the description. And if you absolutely love this video, give me a subscribe and like this video, and I'll see you in the next one. Peace.